I actually responded to Ground Zero. I was there going through the ashes of the World Trade Center. I was there at Fresh Kills.
I'm not asking you that. I'm asking you,
Congressman.
were you the special agent in charge?
To show respect
You were not.
for a Secret Service
that's a bunch of
member
horse hockey.
that died on 9/11.
Oh, that you're trying to be.
Do not invoke 9/11 for political purposes.
Oh, that not. I'm invoking this.
You are, sir.
Gentlemen,
and you are out of line.
I would like to ask him a question, please.
You are.
Hello everybody and welcome to this episode of Common Sense View. In an epic, psychotic, dramatic manner yesterday, the hearing into the assassination attempt on Donald Trump at Butler, Pennsylvania devolved into a shouting between Representative Fallon and the Secret Service Director. Now, looking at that hearing, you cannot but see somebody who has lost control. The Secret Service Director was asked a simple question. Who was there on the picture? Were you supposed to be there? Now, if you are at a place where you are not supposed to be, it means that something is wrong. All you needed to do was explain why you were there instead of the detailee to the president, vice president-elect, and the president-elect. But because the Secret Service chief has no answer, he resorted to posturing. I was there at 9/11. I was carrying that. It doesn't matter. You were also available when an attempt, and nearly an attempt that would have restored to fatality, was made on the life of then running Republican nominee, Donald Trump. The incompetency, the lack of communication, the attitude of people being where they're not supposed to be led to that. And you being at the 9/11 event without being at the place you're supposed to be, thereby putting out of place those who should be there, makes you a question mark by nature. But in an administration whereby nothing is punished, nobody is fired for wrongdoing, instead you fall up instead of falling down. What do you expect? There were a lot of questions, a lot of bickering, a lot of blame game. And it has been that way since that attempt was made on Donald Trump on live TV. The fact that was not on live TV did not shake up this man. You can understand the line of question he was asked was not the patronizing question from the other side of the aisle. It took him 4 days to contact the people involved. He didn't go there when he heard about the incident as assistant director. If the director didn't go, the director might have an excuse, even though she later on resigned. All those are lapses in leadership. Mediocrity in leadership. They were enough to pose the question the congressman was asking. But in a place where people are protected even when they are doing wrong, what do you expect in contrary? Watch the incident yourself and make your own judgment. Is this how he said he's a public servant? If you are a public servant, the congressman is also a public servant, but he was elected by the people to represent them in the House. And he is accountable to them when he goes home. In other words, you should give him the information he demands, respectfully or disrespectfully. The most important thing is not the attitude or what hurts your feeling. It's the question. You should be privy to the answer. Now, I'm just saying my mind. If I am in charge and something goes wrong, I demand accountability. I don't know what you think. Compare this with all the things going on wrong in the administration and then make your own judgment. I want you to watch the video a little bit detailed and say where the congressman was wrong. He shouted, of course, but you can understand. The incident was right there on the live TV. Anybody who saw that live knew that a country was near to chaos. Watch.
Who is usually at an event like this closest to the President of the United States, security-wise?
The sack of the detail.
Special agent in charge of the detail. Were you the special agent in charge of the detail that day?
Actually, let me address this. Could you please, staff, leave that? Oh, no, leave that one up with the circle around me. Thank you. Well, actually, Congressman, what you're not seeing is the sack of the detail out of the picture's view. And that is the day where we remember the more than 3,000 people that have died on 9/11. I actually responded to Ground Zero. I was there going through the ashes of the World Trade Center. I was there at Fresh Kills.
I'm not asking you that.
I was
I'm asking
there,
you
Congressman.
were you the special
there
agent in charge?
to show respect
You were not.
for a Secret
Oh, that's
Service
a bunch of
member
horse hockey.
that died on 9/11.
Oh, that you're trying to be.
Do not invoke 9/11 for political purposes.
Oh, that not. I'm invoking this.
You are, sir,
Gentlemen,
and
I'm
you
not.
are out of
Gentlemen,
line.
I would like to ask him a question, please.
You are out of line,
Order.
Congressman.
Don't
Way
try
out
to
of
bully
line.
me. I am an elected member of Congress, and I'm asking you a serious question, and you are
I
playing
am a public
politics.
servant who has served this nation and
You
spent
won't answer the
time
question.
on our country's darkest
Mr.
day.
Chairman,
Committee
you will
will
not
come
Do
to
not
order.
politicize it.
Committee will come to
I'm
order.
asking you serious questions for the American people, and they're very simple. They're not trick questions. Were you the special agent in charge that
No, I
day?
wasn't. I was there
Oh, no,
representing
Mr.
the
Chairman,
United
I'm
States
just asking
Secret
you yes or
Service,
no.
sir.
Mr. Fallon, your
and
time's
did
expired.
not affect protective
Fallon,
You know
operations.
why you were
Time's
there?
expired.
Because you wanted to be visible, because you were auditioning for this
I was
job
there to
that
pay
you're not gonna
respect for a
get
fallen
till
member of
January
this
20th.
agency.
You endangered
You are
President
out of
Biden's
line,
life,
Congressman.
Vice President
You are out of
Harris's
line.
life, because you put those agents out of position.
Mr.
Did you have a
Chairman.
radio with
Mr.
you?
Fallon,
Did
your
you wear a
time
vest?
has
Did you have a
expired.
weapon?
Mr.
No.
I did, sir, and you are out of line.
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, granted, the congressman shouldn't have exploded himself. There has to be decorum. But the questions were legitimate. You're staying at that point, at that spot, at that point in time, put the person who is supposed to be there out of order. If there is an attack, you're not wearing any gun. That means you are not prepared for protection. You're not wearing any vest, you're not wearing your holster. You are not armed. Even if you are not at that position to be their detailee. So you're being there maybe for photo op or for any other reason is something you can explain without going into what you were doing in 9/11 years back. It is irrelevant. We know that that day you were a hero, today you were a villain. It's as simple as that. You were missing in action today, maybe not a villain for not being so hyperbolic. You were missing in action. You were where you're not supposed to be. And accountability is demanded. Postering saying what you did years back or what you didn't do is irrelevant. But that is it. When people are right, even when they are wrong, that is the situation. And what do you expect in a presidency, administration that doesn't fire anyone that does wrong? So the situation is so bad that everyone reacted, even those who were against Trump reacted to the lapses. I saw this on TV. Somebody was climbing on the roof. Climbing, doing normal crawling activity. People down could see him, even with the elevation. Yet, the snipers couldn't spot him until he took 3, 4, 5, 6 shots. Killing one man, blowing 2 others that later on survived. And then narrowly missing Trump, which was also narrowly letting the country off the hook of chaos. Any person who was involved in the leadership of the Secret Service should be humble enough to look down in disgrace for their failure. It doesn't cost a lot to fly a drone. And even if it does, it doesn't cost a lot to spot somebody who every other person in the arena spotted hours, minutes, seconds before the shooting. But all those being equal, the hearing is not a place to tell what good or what bad you have done. It's a place for accountability. It's a place to admit wrong, especially this particular one, and talk for a way forward. What will be done to avoid such a thing from happening? What the world needs now is not chaos. And when I say the word, I mean starting from the United States and downstream, Russia, Ukraine, Israel, Gaza, Lebanon. What we need now is not more chaos. There has to be order. And if the expectation is as good as it is, we hope that Trump restores the order. Otherwise, nobody knows what is going to happen. Thank you so much for watching this clip from Common Sense View. If you find value in it, if you like what you heard, please like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to come back for more videos of this kind. Also, if you want to watch more, you can click for the full episode.